Hello, my fiber friends, and welcome to Unseen Strands, where I, your host, Bo, am visually impaired, share with you my fiber arts journey. And today, it's not going to be in 3 minutes or less, because we are not doing video, which means I have a little more time to sit back and chat with you. So why don't you go ahead, bring up your own knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving, whatnot, and we'll just have a little craft chat on this Maker's Monday. I will be working on more hexagons or hexies that are for a project that I am going to be doing with the ACB Crafters. It is a hexagon blanket, and I started today. As all good crafters do, put it off to the last minute. And I've already gotten 20 made. Actually, white is not one of the colors that were part of the what we're supposed to be doing, but I decided I have all this Brava Sport that I need to get through. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys could hear because I haven't listened back, but the puppy was just being... Oh, she's starting up again as soon as I start talking. Well, maybe we'll see if she gets bored of us. But yeah, I'm part of ACB Crafters, which is the American Council of the Blind Crafters. It's not an official affiliate or something. It's just kind of a group. But they have a group that does the hexagons into blankets. They have different designs. And this month was a seahorse. And I'm not exactly sure what the seahorse is supposed to look like, because we didn't get... they'll give you the map of how to put the hexies together when we're in the call all together towards the end of the month. But I don't know. There's like 8 different colors. I don't know if there was 8. There's a few different colors. There was ivory, green, black, orange, light orange, red. There's only one square of yellow. I'm trying to think. Did I say ivory? Black, green, yellow, orange, red. Yeah, so something like 8 colors for this particular project. And I'm like, I have all this Brava Sport. I'm going to go ahead and jump on this because I can sub out some colors. So the green is the background, and so we're going to be doing that in white since that's what I have the most of, and that'll give me a chance to know how many roughly hexagons I can get here per project in these Sorry guys, I went out for a bike ride earlier today and my lungs were not appreciating it. But let's see, 8, 9, 10. Sorry guys for counting. 17. One more. But so I'm working on hexagons here, and that is what you have as a picture. And sorry that to do video. And for those that are new, because I guess some of you haven't been here for very long and might not know this, I am visually impaired. I cannot run any of the video editors, and I don't have like the greatest phone to take a bunch of video on my phone, or really any way to best know where the phone camera is pointing. I mean, we're still trying to get these meta glasses to work for us. Some videos are better than others, but they've definitely helped, but they only can record in 3-minute segments. And so that's why if I want a longer form content, I have to do it here in a sound thing, and then use Tunes to Tube is probably what I'll use to add an image to this video, and that's all you'll get is that image. But I've taken a picture with the meta glasses, and then I'm going to add that to the Tunes to Tube to upload for our video today. Just a little fun behind the scenes, but that means less editing for me. I used to have a program that was lovely. It was just Microsoft Photos, whatever came on the computer back with a Windows 10 computer. But a couple of years ago, or at least a year ago, something like that, they decided to stop supporting it. And not only were they going to stop supporting it, but they were just going to remove it all entirely, completely. and tell you that you have to use their new program, which is not as blind friendly and does not allow you to export into a video file so that I can upload for you. Because I did eventually figure out how to play with it enough to get a video, but then I couldn't export it. And I was like, well, this is bull, because I'm not going to pay just to get free videos out on the internet. Sometimes we just deal with what we got. But I'm almost done here with Hexie number 21 out of my 200, I think it was 241. So we got a lot of Hexies to go. But I'm kind of trying to use this one to see how many I can get out of a skein. This wasn't even a full skein when I started, and I just threw a hook on the floor. It's not the one I'm working with, though. So putting my toes on it so I can pick it up here once I get this end weaved in. And I am weaving in my ends here on these Hexies because I have done it before where I've left a long enough tail on the end, and I could still do this potentially. I was kind of waiting for some guidance on what colors went to what part of the particular seahorse, so I can kind of guesstimate ahead of time how long of strings that I'll need to sew, because this was a sew as you go, or a sew at the end, not a crochet in as you go. And I have done both forms before. I haven't done a hexagon blanket before, but I've done plenty of other add-on things. But I could go through and decide that I could leave tails long enough that I could sew in with the tails. I did that for a friend's blanket a long time ago, and like that is helpful, except for I kind of need to know what colors I'm dealing with and what segments. So we might just be sewing in as we go, and just I almost would rather do this as a crochet together as you go. I have done that style before, but this was the first one I did, and then I looked at their instructions for other hexagon blankets that they've done in this group in the past, and they did just sew it together. I was hoping that we were going to crochet it together during the call at the end of the month, but that was not in the cards. So we are starting now on hexagon number 2 for this call, and I did not start that other one until we started this call. So the nice thing is that they're pretty fast. They are just a basic hexie with a chain 6 ring, a 12 double crochets into that ring, and then 3 double crochet chain 3s for your 6 different sections. Did I say 12? 18 into your ring, not 12. I've been doing too many amigurumis lately, where I think that was the stitch count for something you'll see later this month, was 12 for each round. But this is an 18, so your 6 divided by 3 is, 18 divided by 6 is 3, so those 3 for each group, and then the chain in between. And I'm just really bad at doing this while talking. Especially since I need to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And I broke off my thumbnail, and so it's really hard for me to count. 10, 11, 12. 2 more stitches. And we are having a lovely little weather shift again. Today was highs in the 80s, and then tomorrow's high of like 57. But at least I can get some of this done. I don't think I have anything too big going on tomorrow, so at least I can get more of this done. And it's not like the end of the month is super close, but yeah, we've got a lot of squares ahead of us, or hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that time I only got 17. Oh, let me count again. Maybe I just don't know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 17. And apologies to those of you who are also counting while you're working with me. I don't have a good way to do it except for to do it out loud so that you know that I'm still here. But yeah, this weekend, typically Mother's Day weekend, we go up to Minnesota, and that's me and my husband. Last year we didn't do it because our oldest was graduating the next weekend, and we decided that that was a lot to prep for and that we weren't going to have the time we needed to actually enjoy ourselves there. And so we decided that we would wait and go this year, and then we just weren't really feeling it this year. My mom isn't in the best of health, and so we decided, I think some of my family might watch my channel. So if you are watching my channel or my family, don't tell Mom, but I'm coming for Mother's Day over there because we decided that that was more in line with our priorities. And since everything else this year has just kind of gone not as anticipated, I guess would be the best way to say it, we decided it was more important to go do some things over there. We're still going to have fun. We've talked to another friend about going to a winery that's up over there in that area. So that will be fun for that evening. And then later that night, I'm going to go with some of my siblings, and we're going to go do a ghost hunt over, well, it's a gangster ghost story, haunted gangster tour in Rock Island, Illinois. So that'll be fun because it's so close to home, but so far away from home at the same time, especially now that I'm not over on Eastern Iowa. But I always like doing those kinds of things more for the history than for the ghost things. But stay tuned because I might be having another project there with that kind of thing in mind. But I don't have official word yet, so. And we are done with Hexy 2. Maybe we'll do one more and then I'll wrap up this little cozy chat with all of you. Again, weaving in ends. And I am not leaving a very long end. This might bite me in the butt. But again, with it being Hexies, and there being 6 million of them, I am knotting it at the end. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I thought I only had 5 pieces, which is a pentagon, not a hexie. Alright. One more. And then I'll let you go this evening. I did do a video yesterday for my 10 more channels to try, except for I may have been in my PJs and you may have been able to see the PJs, and I decided that was inappropriate. So I decided not to upload, so we'll probably do that this next Sunday instead of this Sunday for that list of 10 channels. So make sure to tune in then, although I'm sure most of you are probably already subscribed to many of these. I'm starting off with the channels I've probably been subscribed to longer, and the thing to remember there is this particular channel that we're on now, the Unseen Strands, was always my Unseen Strands profile. I also had the Most Crochet profile, or what does it even call itself? I don't remember. But when I started the channel, it created that profile before I had the Unseen Strands set up, and so I had everything subscribed to on that other channel before I even really used the Unseen Strands channel. And now that I've decided to really use the Unseen Strands channel as my primary and not the secondary account, I'm going through and trying to resubscribe to everybody on the Unseen Strands, but it's still a long process in the works. And there's a lot of channels that just don't upload anymore or barely uploaded then. And yeah, so I'm trying to get the ones that I know are kind of active and are still around today, and still uploading. And we're still in the old channels, and I still have all the new channels that I've subscribed to and found since coming back over to YouTube. And the big thing there is that I wasn't like on YouTube at all between 2020-ish to 2025-ish, middle of 25. Okay, gotta count again, guys. 1, 2. Ooh, I might have it that time. Except for, I think, my nail. It's really hard to crochet and count without that nail, so I'm using my other hand, which is not as good at counting. Yes, 18. Okay. And for those that don't know, because I can't just see to count the stitches, especially with double crochets, which is what this particular pattern uses, it's really nice to just flick your nail, kind of rub it along, and it will catch and fall into those dips. And that is a really easy way to count your double crochets. So that's what I was doing. I wasn't counting V's at the tops or anything. I was just counting the posts with my fingernail. But the problem is that I wear a groove into my fingernail, and then it starts catching on all the yarn and pulls it, and then it becomes too short when I cut that back to actually count or to work, as my fingernail's just too short. We're on the home stretch of this hexie. This part I like better. It's easier to count and not count out loud when you're only doing groups, little groups, kind of your granny stitch around the outside of this. But that's what I've got going on, guys. Kids are busy. The oldest is almost done with his first year of college. This is dead week, and then next week is finals, and then he's done. He has decided to change his degree to industrial engineering. He was undecided engineering at the beginning of this year. The one big thing is we don't have a nuclear program in the state of Iowa, and there's a very high likelihood chance that he will actually end up over in Cedar Rapids in a few years when they get that nuclear plant back up and running. My whole family has a history with nuclear power, and so I think it's just fitting for him to end up in that field. My brother is currently working in Kansas at their nuclear plant. My dad worked in Illinois at their nuclear plant. So I just think it's funny and fitting that he would go ahead and kind of seek that, but not as directly, because, you know, maybe he'll have another offer come along. I was kind of hoping and wanting him to go into environmental engineering. I'm kind of a green nut when I want to be. Like last year, we just finally got solar. And then, of course, all the solar companies started going bust because they're not being subsidized anymore. But I got my solar, and hopefully we don't have, knock on wood, we don't have any problems with it, because I don't know what we do now that the company that installed them actually pulled out of this particular state. But guys, I have 3 hexies done, and I will wrap this up for today. But thank you for joining me, and thank you new subscribers for coming and checking this out. I know this isn't quite your typical format or normal YouTube channel, but I do enjoy kind of just connecting with you guys. Do feel free to follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. We are on YouTube. On Facebook, it is Hooked on Mo's AKPunseenstrands on Facebook, as this really started off from my Etsy store, which is not in vacation mode but has no items up in it currently. And then Instagram is Unseen Strands, and here on YouTube as Unseen Strands. But anyways, guys, we will talk to you later.